Today I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing.
Is this goodbye? No, it's not goodbye.
It probably should be. Hi guys, Calbeer here. I'm here to talk about a retard named Mizkif. I'm not going to do sponsors today because I want to describe Mizkif in the least PC way possible. You're a stupid face, you're gross, you're ugly, you're fat, you're manipulative, you're a liar, you're a loser, and you're retarded. Choose one, brother. You can't pick 'em all. Speaking of pick 'em all, he's a real pick-me boy. And a lot of you that are new to my channel are probably watching this going, who the fuck is this guy? Doesn't matter. I'm you. I'm saying what you're thinking. Now, if you're a little tardy to the party, Mizkif has been accused by Emiru of really bad allegations. We're talking sexual assault, we're talking blackmail, and some of it is not even accusations. I could see it with my eyes, and it's text, and I can use my ears because he admitted to it.
Since things were just so amazing that first year, but I'm so gay.
He admitted to a lot of things. Now, for those of you that aren't in the streaming sphere, who is Mizkif? Mizkif's real name is Matt. He was born in New Jersey, and he was a founding member and co-owner of OTK. Now, he rose to fame because...
Cal, I got it from here. Mizkif is a man-baby who cries every time someone has more viewers than him. He has the tolerance of a 5-year-old and eyebrows of a caterpillar. He smells like sewerage and has sweat stains on his chair. Back in my day, we called people like Mizkif a Nancy and a puss. Yes, he is an absolute puss. He smells like one, tastes like one, and looks like one. Apologies, Cal. I'll hand it back to you before this turns into my video. What a
Somebody she knows was going through the same thing she was going through, and she felt the need to talk about it because if she didn't, then that person's going to keep going through it. She's withholding information that nobody else knows, but if she talks about it, being the big streamer that she is, it's going to help her and anyone in the future. This is actually the only way to destroy Mizkif. You know why? Because he lives off ego. And without people supporting him and yes men around him, he's gonna crumble. That is his kryptonite. No views is his kryptonite, by the way. If that's how you live your life, you got issues, my friend. And you might think I'm exaggerating, but no. One of the things that he really controlled about her was when she streamed, who she streamed with, what she wore when she streamed. He literally said no PJs. The fuck? No pajamas? Are you crazy?
I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas.
He got mad when she got more viewers than him, ended his stream, and ended up throwing a tantrum like a fucking man-child.
Because I'm honestly fucking tired, chat. I'll be honest. I'm pretty tired. I'm just tired. Alright, chat. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
What does unofficial Mizraid mean?
Guys,
Oh, he did?
Listen, why are we all acting like we haven't murdered, like we haven't pillaged, like we haven't had to do what we had to do to make it here where we she had a one-hit advantage.
Well, I have some cloth in my house. But alright, yeah, I'm gonna log out for now, but I'll probably come back later. And if not today, then tomorrow or my normal time.
If you know Emmy, Emmy has avoided the drama sphere, and she doesn't like drama. She doesn't like talking about this. She doesn't like doing any of that. This is very serious, and she also brought up the fact that he was going to blackmail her and tell everybody that she hurts her bunnies if she says anything, that she doesn't take care of the bunnies and got them killed, yada yada, that's why they died. Turns out her prediction was true, and he did exactly that. Am I right, Lola? Speaking of Lola, how about we put a shock collar on him? He punches holes in the walls, he slams doors, you can see that he gets visibly angry at little things. He did the same thing with Maya. Here's a clip of that happening.
No, I'm not talking to him today.
Well, nobody asked you to, so.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Look at her face. She's so uninterested.
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
Mizkif, that was
Throw
not
it back.
funny.
Throw it
Yeah,
back.
there better be. Oh my god, I would beat the shit out of him.
We're live.
What the fuck?
We're live, she says.
Welcome to boy haircuts. Nigga.
And I've been saying this shit from the start. I've been talking about this, and everybody said I was wrong about Mizkif. And here we are. I'm right. I don't like being right about this stuff, but god damn it, I am right. And you know what? I'm glad he's finally getting what he deserves.
Like, if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour. And like, one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die. We were just getting food, and he was on his phone, and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
I did a guy that would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like we would fight in the car, which was never my decision. Like it just always like happened. Like we just would like fight in the car, and then he'd go like 100, and I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry, and then he would not slow down until I apologized.
I want you guys to see this as like a little iceberg. You know those iceberg videos? It gets worse and worse and worse, so I'll try to order in that fashion. So, iceberg number 1. Mizkif accuses her of abusing the rabbits and not taking care of them and neglecting them.
Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting. This is a video from my own brother. I didn't record this. These are mites all around her cage. I would tell her to take care of them all the time, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many died just over a year or 2 of being around in my house.
Brother, you literally said your house. As you could see in that video, he literally said his house, which means you are also responsible if this were to be true. I'm not saying it is, but if it were to be true, you would be just as responsible for the death of the bunnies and the rabbits. Are you not grasping the situation? On top of that, this is like a fucking reach. I'm just saying, not only did he get exposed for throwing a phone and it hits her in the eye, and he apologized and goes, it was an accident. I meant to throw the phone at you, but not your eyeball. Brother, that's like saying I fucking meant to shoot your leg, but I shot your head instead. At the end of the day, what you did was a fucking crime, and you assaulted her.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruise very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident.
So I'm trying to wrap my mind around this because he's so fucking dumb. Here's the little brain of Mizkif. You ready? Mizkif saw the Hassan situation. He saw the shock collar incident. You couldn't escape it. That shit was everywhere. I even made a video about it. He saw that happen. He saw how much heat Hassan took, right? Right? Are we here? Are you guys here with me right now? I'm connecting dots again. Just let me do my fucking detective work here. So he sees that, and then he gets exposed because Emmy actually talks about her getting sexually assaulted, sexually abused, and exposes text messages between her and him. Technically just him, because he texted her like fucking 40 times without a response. He's one of those guys, by the way. I'm just saying, that's like... You know how there's like a nose ring theory? There's a theory for that as well. It's called retarded theory. Now, he saw how the Hassan thing played out, right? How much heat Hassan took. And in his little noodle, he was like, man, if somebody as big as Hassan, who's 10 times fucking more popular than me, is getting the heat, maybe I can also throw in animals. Everybody loves animals, right? Maybe if I talked about how she hurt animals, then maybe then it will steer clear from what I did, which is fucking sexually assault her and abused her. Do you hear yourself talk? Probably not. Unfortunately, we do. Mizkif, you talk like a fucking NPC. As a matter of fact, Emmy put that shit through ChatGPT, and a lot of it was verbatim. You typed like a clanker.
Just kind of a funny side note, I guess. I would like to highlight this message because it doesn't really matter, but I ran it through the ChatGPT checker, and all the highlights. Like I said, doesn't really matter. I just thought it was interesting.
Either you're actually using ChatGPT to message her because you don't know how to type. As a matter of fact, you talked about how you don't know how to type, and one of your chatters called you out for, using ChatGPT.
I am not the best writer, as a lot of you know. I have half my screen right now is red because I can't write for shit. It's not through ChatGPT. Shut up.
So, he pulled that strat out. He's kind of dumb for that because, once again, shooting yourself in the foot is your house. Your rabbits, your responsibility. If you see these rabbits in that position and you see that they're hurt, why the fuck aren't you doing something about it? We can clearly see that you're finally talking about these rabbits conveniently after she exposed you. It was really such a big problem. You would have talked about it before. Now, going down the iceberg. So obviously after the whole abuse and all this, she could only take so much, right, with Mizkif for the past 3 years. So they separated. And she has cut ties with him and hasn't spoken to him in 10 months total, literally cutting off all communications, causing him to spiral and text long-ass messages. You guys can go over it yourself, because it's a lot to fucking read. This guy's writing books. The books are shitty. It pretty much dances along the lines of, I'm sorry for what I did, it's different this time, I apologize, I miss you, I love you, I'm gonna kill myself without you. Using mental instability and using fucking suicide as a way to manipulate people. People use sympathy cards to get closer, and after you get closer, they prey on you and they attack. That's just how it works. Not everybody, but people like Mizkif, which is a lot of people, they do this. Do you guys remember the Santa Monica Pier incident? I made a video about that. Long story short, just like Mizkif's temper, she had a stalker incident at the Santa Monica Pier, and a stalker threatened to kill them. It was like a whole big thing. And of course, this is during the time where Mizkif wasn't talking to her anymore. Vice versa, technically. And he somehow made it about him. So, when he saw this, I feel like he got jealous of the fucking stalker. Or the fact that she got so much attention. Because even he said, stop talking about stalkers. He admitted to it.
But I would constantly tell her, on and off stream, that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole.
Why would you want her to stop talking about stalkers? Her talking about it is good because she's going to have more people looking out for her. It's just that simple. The more people talk about these things, the less is going to happen because people who know Emmy, who see that she's exposing these stalkers, are going to be like, maybe I shouldn't do anything to her or stalker because I'm probably going to be exposed too. If you stay silent about a stalker and you're that big of a streamer, you're going to keep getting away with it and other stalkers are going to keep stalking. Is it going to stop every single one of them? No, but a lot of them will. And the fact that you can't see that, it really baffles me. And you probably do see it, you're just fucking jealous. So she gets all this attention and he fucking goes out of his way and talks about some personal incidents with stalkers that she has not even talked about on her stream that was private between him and her. And he starts exposing the situation and talking about it to the point where she had to message a bunch of her friends to contact him and tell him to stop. He live streamed it and talked about it.
One stalker came to my house and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes until the cops came. These stalkers are no joke, and the pressure from the relationship, the anger I felt, and the stalkers as a whole really made us lash out at each other.
He was covering what happened to me, Rain Senna. He decided that he was going to tell more of my personal stalker stories that I've never personally talked about or shared publicly myself. And one of these stories was one that, like, no one knew at all, and like it just felt so shitty because at the time that those things happened, you know, all the people that lived in that area together, we all came together and we all kind of decided, and this was heavily pushed by him, we should never talk about this because, you know, people are going to be weird. It puts Emmy in more danger, and, you know, gives people ideas.
He made it about him, and he starts talking about, I held this guy at gunpoint, and he tried to play the hero. Meanwhile, her friend Bonnie was the one that actually stopped him, and not him.
He kind of framed himself as like the hero. He was like, oh, I held the stalker at gunpoint. No. The only person who ever came into contact face-to-face with that stalker before the police came was Bonnie. Bonnie is the person who found that guy outside, went inside, told everyone, called the police. The police came. All Miz did was he stood far away from the front door, behind glass and metal, with a gun.
Now, she didn't even want to talk about this. She didn't want to bring it up. He did. You see how he made that about him? One of the friends that she messaged was Asmongold, and he stopped because of Asmon.
And then my crazy ex-boyfriend is going live talking about more of my personal stuff.
Without asking her.
And I'm like panicking. I'm like, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so. Like these different people that I was like, they can contact him because I did not want to contact him. Ray, Cinna, some of me and Miz's mutual business partners, and Asmongold were all messaging him to stop. And by the way,
I will elaborate on this later.
Asmongold told me that he tried to call Miz while he was talking, and it rang three times.
Two or
and
three
then
times.
Hung up.
And then
Which
I hung.
means that he saw it.
That's right. Because I called him twice. I tried to call him 2 times. I finally did get in contact with him and told him to stop.
And
that's why he went offline that day.
If you read the screenshots that she posted, some of those were him getting mad about WoW. He got mad because she ran tank. Long story short, she didn't. It was a video game he got mad at. That's it. I don't have to explain WoW to you guys. It was a video game. He got mad, and in real life, he got very angry and started breaking stuff and punching walls. Now, I was trying to explain to you guys that I was going to put this in order of, like, least worst to, like, the worst. And I'll be real. I don't know where this falls into. There's sexual assault, and then there's physical assault. So, let's just mash this up into one and just assault. So, sexual and physical assault. So, let's start with the physical assault thing. He threw a phone at her, it hit her in the face, and she got a black eye from it. He always throws things. He throws fits. He throws stuff.
She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat. I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed. I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone. That's it. And when that's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her. I never hit her. And she even said in her situation that she bruises easily. She brushed over that I threw water bottles with her on my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brush my teeth.
There's no way this is real, right? There's no way this is real. Is this scripted? Is this a joke? Do you have the same attorneys as Amber Heard? Cause what the fuck? How stupid do you think people are? Your community must be so fucking dumb that you think they would fall for this. And if they do, more power to you, I guess. There's absolutely no way. I don't believe this for one bit. You can see the lies in his face. If you understand micro expressions, you can see it. It's in his face. It's written on his face. This man is a picture book. He's easy to read. This motherfucker is just a Dr. Seuss poem. But instead of green eggs and ham, it's water bottles and cell phones. This shit gets fucking cartoonish. I swear to God. Not from her, but from him. This guy is a fucking lunatic. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people would be like, assault is assault. Brother, still, you went on to say, I don't know how you maybe ChatGPT is speaking through you, but you proceeded to move on to say, she fucking assaulted me too. He talks about how she throws clothes and plushies at him, causing him to punch walls and break stuff. Meanwhile, he's throwing fucking phones at her, which causes black eyes. When a plushie gets thrown at me, I'm not gonna get a black eye. Mizkif, we're talking about plushies. You are talking about plushies. How does that equate into the same thing as I threw a fucking phone? It's like somebody going, hey, I threw a marshmallow at him. Oh yeah? I'm about to throw a brick at you.
Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
Oh no. Guys, this is fucking insane. You know when I say oh no and I sigh, it's bad. I've seen so much on the internet, but this is bad. He takes things out of context a lot. He compares things that are incomparable. One is completely different to another, yet they both have throwing, right? Just like this one of them is completely different from another, yet they both involve both sides going, I'm gonna kill myself. All of us have said this once in a while, right? I say it all the time. I was talking about killing myself, right? I was fucking forced to play a game called Fortnite the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. Right? I was dragged into playing Roblox one time, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna kill myself. Right? There's different ways to say it, and then there's another way where you're like, if you break up with me, I'm gonna kill myself. Come back or I'm gonna kill myself. Versus, Roblox. Shit, I'm gonna kill myself. And the Roblox thing might be more, it might be more relatable, to be honest, because... Anyways, that was a joke. So, here's what it is. Remember when I said he doesn't want her to talk about stalkers? Probably because it fucking shines the spotlight on her every time she does. Well, he decides to expose her with these texts right here.
She told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening. This is the situation. I told her that a stalker's at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem. Just want to show this. She was also using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation and relationship.
Now, I don't know if you guys noticed up there it says to Emmy. I don't know if this is a fake message or not. It seems like it. And if not, I'll still explain why he's shooting himself in the foot by quote unquote exposing this. That was her talking about a stalker. This is a completely different context. You told her, if you leave, I'm gonna kill myself. What the fuck is that? You're talking about the relationship. She's talking about a stalker who's dangerous and scary and is making her want to off herself because she's overwhelmed. That's what she meant by that. And you are taking it literally as if she's gonna kill herself. She's crying for help. She's literally saying, oh brother, pretty much. In this sentence, her going, I'm gonna kill myself, is going, this is bullshit. Once again, he likes to take things out of context and somehow manipulate the situation to fit his narrative. Now, after they separated, he manipulated her again into talking to him. They pulled a, oh, it's different this time card. You know that card. You know it. You've experienced it probably. You've probably done it yourself. But he's doing that, and he pretty much gets her to, meet up, and there's just a lot of emotions in the air. And while she's crying, he decides to kiss her, proceeds to put his hand in her fucking pants, and she screams, and he somehow plays victim and goes, sorry, I need to leave. I feel like I just did something wrong. Somewhere along those lines.
So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And, I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
Can you not read the room? Mizkif, I know you can't read, but you gotta learn to fucking read the room. You can't even read The Hungry Caterpillar, and that's a fucking picture book. You're an absolute manipulative moron. Everybody's laughing at you. You're the shape of a potato, and just like a baked potato, you're getting cooked from all fucking sides. Everyone. There's no one left for you. You are joining the spear of people like Mini Lad and fucking Ice Poseidon, just people that are just casted out. Now, I'm not calling you a pedophile, but I'm just saying you're being casted out like one. People like this are very scary because they can manipulate you. I say this from an abused child standpoint. I know it's not the same, but there is a thing that I connected to her with, and I feel like a lot of people that are going to hear me talk about this right now are going to sadly relate. And if you experience this, you should really listen to me and fucking talk about it, get help. I wish I did that. I ended up running away. I'll get into that in a sec. There's a reason I want to talk about this, because a lot of people might say she's lying. You know how like you're with somebody who has like a certain mental illness or like certain abuse or trauma, and then you hear somebody talk about it, and then you're like, oh, they are saying the same thing. You kind of like understand it. You either have to experience it to understand what I'm about to talk about, or you just have to like be smart. So Emmy goes on to talk about how he tried to coach her into telling people that he doesn't hit her, which is fucking normal, right? Like that's so fucking normal. He coached her. Now that might sound absurd to some of you guys. You're like, there's no way he would fucking do that. That's stupid. And I guarantee you he did do that. I stand by this. Because I went through the same exact thing. I'm not trying to make this about me, but I'm trying to be another person who has the same similar example so that you do believe in Emmy here. Because I do want you guys to see it from like a different perspective. Because she doesn't, you know, go into it. Now, I had parents, a lot of people that know me know this, and a lot of people that don't. And it's as simple as a Google search away. You can look up Cowbear on Google, and you probably hear this story or find it somewhere. Just type in Cowbear orphan or something. I was a runaway teen at 13 years old, and I was in the street for 4 years. There's a reason behind that. It's because my parents that I was with were very abusive. And what they would do is, after hitting me and giving me a black eye, they would say things like, we put a roof over your head, and you should appreciate us. We only hit you because we love you. There's punishments and there's abuse, right? I'll get to the details. So, Emmy's situation, he started off by bringing her in, right? So he thinks that he deserves her views because he brought her into OTK, put a roof over her head, got her away from the stalkers in Kansas, and moved her out to Texas. Little did she know, she fucking ended up with another stalker. How fucking surprising. Parents did the same thing. And they also did what she said he did. They coached me into saying things like, oh, tell your teachers that you got the black eye from playing basketball, right? And while they're putting on makeup on my face, which my friends noticed, and it was so fucking embarrassing. They're like, why are you wearing makeup? It was like powder. My mom would get fucking angry, and she'd be like, it's fucking 6 a.m, you're making me do this. And she's just putting makeup on. And she would press her fucking knuckle on my head so they don't see the bruises, and my head was full of bumps. And she would coach me on what to say if anybody asked about my eye, that I was playing basketball and it hit me in the face. So I went to go take a shower, I came out of the shower, got ready for school, and right before I walked out the door, she goes, what did I tell you? Pretty much, it was like a fucking pop quiz, because I was really thinking, I was in a rush, right? When I'm leaving for school, I'm like escaping a fucking prison. My room was the basement. So I didn't remember. I said something like, football hit my face or something, and she was furious, and she hit me again. It was basketball. So she coached me to say things, just like Mizkif is coaching her.
I saw other things, and I'm like, damn. But I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know, pretty far away from this stuff at this point, but I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it, but I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? And it is time to go full demon time.
Uh-oh.
Yo.
Why not?
Am I gonna get demon that? Yo, he might actually go all out, low-key. Bro, if he decides to implode and leak everything about everything for like...
What's up, chat?
Even that aren't involved, that's crazy. There's no way pulls into this, right? I mean, I don't have, I don't have skills in my closet. I mean, I don't have a lot of them.
Obtuse things.
I don't have like a lot of them. Like,
watch the world burn.
I mean, I had a few of them, but like not a lot.
So you're telling me that your final strat is to expose everybody and people that aren't even involved? First of all, I'm calling your bluff. You probably have nothing. And if you do, that is a dumb strat because that's going to make you look more guilty. How many more bridges are you going to burn? You already burnt them with Asmund and everybody else. Even Asmund said he regrets platforming you.
You know, in a way, like, there's a part of me that feels kind of responsible, in a way, because, like, I wish I had just known more. If I was able to just know more and be more assertive and, you know, everything. But at the end of the day, I mean, I can't really fucking know everything. And I don't think anybody thought it was as bad as it was. And I apologize for, you know, platforming Miz to the extent that I did. It was a mistake. I didn't know it at the time, but it was a mistake.
Like, what is this power move here? Like, if it's something bad, you should have talked about it already. Now it just sounds like blackmailing to me, personally. So if you're gonna blackmail everybody else, your lawyer's gonna have a field day. That's all I'll say. You're making chess moves and we're playing checkers because it's fucking easy for us. You're over here trying to make fucking power plays that don't even exist. I don't understand the strat, but it is what it is. You're clearly not a gamer. You've been beaten multiple times and proven that you're bad at gaming by many people. So I'm just gonna throw that out there, a little shade. Little shade for the fucking idiot. But yeah, this is a long-ass video. I think I've covered a lot of the basis. I think I've done as much as I could to piece everything together for you guys. So, it would be very appreciated if you guys hit the like, subscribe button, because if I blow up, right, and this channel explodes more than it already is, I get to fuck up people like Mizkif with my opinions, because they matter. They do. They matter. All jokes aside, I do want to say thank you to everybody that subbed recently. I have gained over 300 subs in like a week, and I'm a small channel, so that's kind of a big deal. Also, because of you guys, I've had huge brand deals like G Fuel and Starforge systems. There's a lot of giveaways coming out, so get ready for that. There's just a lot of stuff happening thanks to you guys. Hopefully my community is healthier than Mizkif's, and if not, fuck it, we're doing it live. My editors are gonna have a field day with this one, because this recording was over 2 hours long. Anyways, Friday, cue the music.
It's a new year, new life, new tears, new friends, same love. But I'm glad you're here, you're mine, my dear. I see you, my